Evening. Projects, practices, in-the-moment decisions. These are the three arenas that I suggested we could work in to do stuff that would potentially have a positive effect on our health trajectory. That's not where we find ourselves now with our health, but where we might find ourselves in 5, 10 or even 20 years' time. And what I'd like to talk about tonight is projects, primarily because I've just started one and I'm so excited. And that project is for me to be fit again. I've been fit probably 3 times in my life. Once in my mid to late teens, when I used to go everywhere on my push bike. Second time, late 20s, when I was obsessed by karate and used to train 5 nights a week to the chagrin of everyone around me. And the third time in my early 40s, when I was engaged in Baguazhang training in quite an intense way. So I've always considered myself to be a reasonably healthy person, but my fitness has definitely peaked and fallen off several times. And the reason for that is, if I'm going to engage in something physically, it's got to really grab me on lots of levels. So I never expected at 57 years old that something else would show up which would really, really get me going. These bad boys. I've got nothing but good to say about kettlebell lifting. It really allies itself with so many of the things I understand and the beliefs I have from bodywork practice that keep us well. And I'll have a lot more to say about this in future videos, particularly when we talk about conscious skeletal support. But the thing I wanted to focus on here tonight is that to do this project, I'm going to take my own advice, which is to really take on board that projects take time. So whatever aspect of our health we're going to work on, these core aspects like nutrition, like sleep, like fitness, like relationships, like mindset, these issues have a lot of associated habits, a lot of things that are kind of going along in the same direction that are part of that thread that may have been trundling on in that direction for years, even decades. And they're a bit like these huge ocean-going container ships. They've got some momentum. They're going in that direction and they're going in that direction. And just like one of those big ships, if you want to start sailing over there from sailing over there, these things don't turn on a sixpence. So what you have to do is just start applying a little bit of leverage, a little bit of rudder, just a tiny bit to get a change happening, which will eventually turn the ship from there to there. And the good news is that once it's sailing over there, it's also got a lot of momentum. So hopefully it'll keep sailing in the direction you've pointed it. So what you need to make that change, firstly, is intention, and then you need method, and you need help and encouragement, and mainly time. So if you're going to start tackling something big, stand back, give yourself a reasonable time frame, because otherwise the momentum of that big boat that's going in that particular direction will just keep flipping you back there if you expect too much too soon. So that's my thought on projects. So probably better go and do a little bit more.